From Vox Markets, I'm Anita Riota. Joining me today is James Campbell, Managing Director at Botswana Diamonds. James has worked in the diamond industry for over 30 years with various roles from CEO and President of Rockwell Diamonds to over 2 decades spent at De Beers. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much, Anita. You make me sound very old.
Well, James, we last touched base just after the Indaba Mining
Mhm.
Festival in South Africa. Give me an update what you and the Botswana Diamonds team have been up to since then.
Thank you, Anita. There have been three main areas of focus which we've looked at since the Cape Town mining in Indaba in February. The first area of focus has been on our Thorny River project in the Limpopo province of South Africa, where we've been undertaking something called intensification drilling. And this is a planning drilling program for our bulk sampling program, which we hope to start fairly shortly.
Mm.
The second thing is we've been working very hard with the liquidator of BCL on our Maibwe joint venture to conclude the prospectus there. And then thirdly, with the announcement that our joint venture partners Vast Resources PLC in Zimbabwe will be working on the heritage concession along with us. There's been lots of planning work to take that project all the way through from geological mapping, resource evaluation, and production.
Great. Well, those are actually the sort of three things I wanted to break down. You just put out interim reports, and I wanted to talk first about South Africa. You reported the development of the Thorny River Diamond Project, and the dike is underway. Could you tell us a bit more about this project?
Absolutely, Anita. The Thorny River project's located some 3 hours north of Johannesburg in the vicinity of the Marsfontein diamond mine, which was unique in that it had a payback of 3.5 days. So this kimberlite feature is a series of on-echelon kimberlite dikes with blows on it. And Botswana Diamonds, through its subsidiary Vitomi Mining, has prospecting licenses on over half that kimberlite dike field.
Mm.
In the past 2 years, we've undertaken significant diamond drilling, percussion drilling, geophysics, geochemistry, to such a point that we are now in the throes of planning for a large-scale bulk sampling program,
Mm.
which we hope to start once the license has been approved. And the drilling program, which we are in the throes of concluding right now, was to determine the detailed planning for that bulk sampling program.
Yeah, so what can we, so you're going to start the bulk sampling in mid 2019, as I understand. What can we expect to hear from this project in the year?
I think the first thing would obviously be an announcement on the approval of the Section 20 application,
Mm.
which we hope to have well before the middle of the year, in fact. And once that's been approved, we've already signed an agreement with a mining contractor, and they have a back-to-back agreement with processing at a nearby treatment facility. So subsequent to the announcement of the Section 20 application, we'll start to announce results as they flow from that project itself. And that has a twofold impact on the company. Firstly, revenue, of course, and every company likes revenue, particularly a junior explorer such as ourselves. And then secondly, we will get to that magic 5,000 carat mark, which will enable us to work towards declaring a maiden indicated resource.
Mm. And sort of shifting to Zimbabwe now, you also reported that you've signed a memorandum of understanding with Vast Resources to develop diamond projects in the country. Could you tell me what you hope to achieve through this partnership?
Absolutely, Anita. We believe Southern Africa to be one of the most prospective areas in the world for diamond exploration and
Mm.
resource development. Zimbabwe, because of its political and historical issues, has been a backwater as far as diamond exploration is concerned. So we're delighted to partner with Vast Resources, which has gold operations, and in fact, through their original company, African Consolidated Resources, were the discoverers of the Morangi diamond field. So we're delighted to be working with them on the heritage concession, which is at the southern end of the Morangi diamond field, and that will follow a three-step program. We've already completed the desktop study. The next step is to undertake field mapping, followed by drilling, followed by bulk sampling. So we're very, very excited about this because this is a very high grade deposit. And from what I understand, we're the first public companies to actually go in there and work. And I think that's good for us, and I think equally good for Zimbabwe too as well.
And lastly, of course, Botswana. The results provided updates on heavy mineral sampling in the Kalahari Desert, and also the news that Botswana Diamonds now holds 100% equity in Sunland Minerals. Can you tell me more about these updates and how they are going to affect your overall work in the country?
No, absolutely. The most prospective area in Botswana, we believe, is the Kalahari, or the
Hmm.
Central Kalahari Game Reserve, CKGR, as it's known actually in Botswana. And that is already host to the Gagu mine, which is on care and maintenance, operated by Gem Diamonds, and the KX36 discovery by Petra. We have, through our joint venture partners Alrosa in Sunland, discovered a number of high grade or grade 1 geophysical anomalies. We followed those up last year and discovered abundant kimberlitic indicators. And the next step would be to drill those anomalies and hopefully discover kimberlite.
And lastly, can you give us an update on how work is going on the MyBoy joint venture?
Absolutely, Anita. That listeners and investors would know that this project's been on hold, for want of a better
Mhm.
word, for a couple of years now. And this was subsequent to some extraordinary microdiamond results which were issued. Now, it's been on hold because our joint venture partner, BCL, has been in liquidation for this period of time. And we've made significant progress with the liquidator in terms of concluding a prospectus to enable a way forward for the joint venture partners in the Mabwi joint venture.
So I guess you have all these different projects going on in various countries. Could you, in a few words, just tell us what to look forward to from Botswana Diamonds in 2019? What's
Ab-
really exciting?
Absolutely, Anita. But perhaps before I do, one of the important things,
Mm,
aside from working in Southern Africa, which we believe to be highly prospective, is an exploration company does need a portfolio of projects.
mhm.
And what I've described in the interview to date are the portfolio of projects which Botswana Diamonds has in Southern Africa. What we look forward to in the next 3 months or so is firstly the announcement of the Section 20 bulk sampling license on the Thorney River. Secondly, the commencement of work actually on the Thorney River
Mhm.
project. And then thirdly, an announcement on the status of the prospectus in Mabwi and a way forward for that vital joint venture for us and for Botswana.
Great. Well, best of luck on all fronts, and thanks so much again for coming in.
Thank you very much indeed for having me, Anita. Thank you.